Add.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Well, sort of something. Okay.
You're rambling. Just spit it out.
I have to start the recording. People need to hear this.
Oh, dear God. Okay, I can start it. Hold on. Hey guys, it's us again. So, Presley is currently rambling on about something she has yet to tell me, and I've aged like a decade and a half so far.
Sorry. So listen up, everyone. I was digging into Edith's family tree.
Why?
You'll be glad I did. Just listen. So I was looking at it and I got all the way to her like fifth cousins or something on her mom's side, I think. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The point is, I wasn't paying a ton of attention to the names popping up at me. I kind of just hit add relative to tree every time it thought it detected someone else Edith was related to.
Did I get a snack?
I recommend popcorn and front row seat to this mess. So just let me finish. I was kind of tired and I had a ton of homework to slug through, so I went back and quickly reviewed everything I skipped over earlier, and my jaw dropped. Add. Edith and Darren are related.
Come again?
I know.
Oh, what's their relation?
Third cousins on Edith's father's side.
Whoa. Why would they have kept that a secret? They always acted like they barely knew one another.
Maybe they never knew.
There's no way.
Yeah, there's totally a chance they didn't know. Annie and Hallie from The Parent Trap didn't even know the other one existed until they coincidentally met at summer camp.
Yeah, that's because their parents divorced before they could even speak, divided the children, and moved them to California in the UK.
Yeah, that could be us.
Oh, stop. And since when do you live in California?
Never, but it's close enough. Anyway, I literally can't believe this.
Yeah, me neither. What exactly do we do with this information?
I don't know. Well, sorry for the abrupt intro, guys. Welcome back to Case Closed.
Welcome back.
Darren, fancy seeing you here. How are you doing?
Well, I'm good. Thank you. And you?
I'm good. So, what brings you by? Oh, did my sister invite you here? She always jumps from man to man. Don't get too attached.
Not at all. My mother invited me.
Your mother? Is she related to this group?
Well, yes, of course. And you? Why are you here, Edith?
Well, this is my family's gathering. I organized it myself and all.
Well, then, what does that make us?
Relatives, I suppose.
What a coincidence. Well, enjoy the rest of the gathering.
You as well, Darren.
What do we have to look over first?
Let's see. Oh, here. An interrogation between Edith, Darren, and Detective Bailey.
Ah, okay.
Will this be at all swift, Detective? I have to get back to the restaurant before the lunch rush. We're a bit short-staffed today.
Sorry to hear that. We can speed things up, yes? Miss Stone, that means no side commentary that may slow down this discussion. Can you agree to that?
I suppose I can.
I appreciate it. Thank you. So, would you say that both of you are good friends?
No, we barely know one another.
Precisely. We're hardly acquainted, actually.
Is that so? Well then, last time I spoke to the two of you individually, I asked if there was anyone you know of who may have had a reason to harm Pearl.
And I believe I said I did not.
As did I.
Correct. I'm just curious, has that changed at all? It's been about a week and a half since Pearl's death, so I'm wondering if you may have conversed with anyone during that time that...
No, I can't imagine why anyone would want to kill Pearl.
Yeah, she was always very pleasant whenever coming to the restaurant. I can't imagine. Well,
Go on.
the only person I can think of who may have had some kind of a motive was Bob.
I'm sorry?
Edith, Bob is not very well liked by many people. You and I both know that.
Well, I like him just fine, and I do not appreciate you saying otherwise.
Precisely the unneeded commentary I mentioned, Miss Stone.
Well, I apologize for being defensive of one of my dearest friends.
I was just stating an opinion, Edith. No ill intent.
Perhaps we could continue now?
Sure thing.
Please.
All right. So, Miss Stone, would you happen to remember what the meal was that you and your friend ordered at the Savory Spoon the afternoon of June 9th? Mr. Fox was unable to recall the exact order.
I know we got salads. What type, though? I truly don't remember either. I do apologize.
Do you at least remember anything that was in the salad? Tomatoes, spinach, lettuce?
I do recall there being a few green beans. Or was it chopped celery?
Okay, thank you. Well, on to my next question.
There's not much else that seems important in that interrogation, so we're gonna go ahead and pause it right there for now and move on to something else.
So, if you guys remember, last week we uncovered a few things about Bob, including a letter he sent to Edith sometime before Pearl's death. Yesterday, Prez and I finally found Edith's earlier letter to Bob.
I'm quite honestly nervous to read this.
Yeah, well, are you ready?
Mostly, yeah.
Okay, you want to start reading?
Sure. Dearest Bob, it's been ages since we last conversed. We ought to catch up someday soon.
Pardon me for sending you a letter despite our last conversation. I realize you'd rather I didn't send you letters without your wife's knowledge. Though I understand you and Pearl are in complete trust of one another and don't want to disrupt that, I cannot help but think back on those fond memories we shared during the school days. I doubt you'd forget. These letters are merely a way for me to talk to you without a need for hassle. We are friends, after all, are we not? I hear you're doing well. Pearl mentioned to me you were recently promoted. Congratulations. I cannot even begin to think of the opportunities you'll have access to as a school principal. Brings me back to the memories of our old school's principal. Do you remember? As vicious as he was, he seemed to take a shine towards Pearl. I recall how we would mock her behind her back as she was praised. How silly of us. I'm assuming you received my invite from Pearl to visit the Savory Spoon later this month. I'm as excited as ever. We have booked a glorious table that catches the sun beautifully. Our last visit was unfortunately cut short by Pearl and her worries about kitchen appliances. Hopefully this one will make up for that. I ask you not to throw this letter away, Bob. I promise you I have no poor intentions as I write this. It is simply my right to hold pleasant, private conversations with such a dear friend. Yours, Edith Stone.
So, you were right.
I wish I wasn't,
Why?
because now I think it's Edith again. Or Bob, or heck, maybe it's both of them.
Oh my god, do you think?
No, probably not. I just watched Scream last night.
Ah. Well, it's almost definitely one of them, I am convinced.
Yeah, unless we find something crystal clear that points to either Darren or Ada over the next couple weeks, but I'm highly doubting that right now.
Same here. God, I honestly feel so bad for Pearl right now.
I personally started feeling bad for her when we found out she was dead, but
Okay, you know what I mean.
yeah. Anyway, what's next?
Let me see. Oh, here is a witness statement and an interrogation from one of Edith, Pearl, and Bob's neighbors. Her name is Gina Hale.
Okay, cool. You read the statement.
Alright, let's see here. I was walking Charlie, my Cocker Spaniel, one afternoon when I heard commotion coming from the direction of the Adams residence.
I slowed down to make sure everything was all right, and through a window, I watched Pearl Adams and Edith Stone bickering beyond measure. I don't know what about. I couldn't hear much, though I can recall Edith saying something or other like, "I never meant to hurt you."
I was never trying to upset you. I would never do that to you.
And look where we are.
Pearl, please, I'm sorry. You must believe me when I say that.
Well, I can easily say that I don't, Edith. I thought this was over. I thought you understood, but it happened again.
No, and I apologize deeply from the bottom of my heart. I really do feel sorry.
Your words mean absolutely nothing to me, Edith. I made the horrible decision of allowing you back into my life the first time. I'd be the fool here to make the same mistake twice.
Pearl, please. One more chance is all I ask of you, please.
I need you to leave now.
What? Can we just talk this
I need you to leave my home now, Edith.
Perhaps that may be helpful, though as I said, I haven't a clue what the argument was regarding. Please let me know if there's any other information I could provide for you. I hope this helped. Gina.
I think that argument was about Bob too.
Absolutely. Oh my god, Ed.
What?
I think I just realized something. Remember in Ada's first interrogation that we listened to in the pilot episode, she mentioned hearing Edith apologizing to Pearl at their lunch the day she died?
I'm sorry, Pearl. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
That must have been about Bob too.
Well, why would they have been talking about it again after the argument that Gina mentioned?
I don't know. Maybe they calmed down and decided to meet for lunch to try to patch things up. Or maybe they made up before then, but Edith just felt guilty and kept apologizing regardless.
I don't know. I just feel like something here isn't quite adding up.
Wasn't there an interrogation tape to listen to between Detective Bailey and Gina?
Yeah, let me just find it again real quick. It somehow got away from my screen.
Okay. Working on this case is like watching an addictive television series. I need to know what actually happened between Pearl and Edith.
Yeah, I know. Found it. Wait, hold on. I'm recording. Is it that important? Yeah, fine, come in.
Addie, there's something odd going on with the mirror in the hall, outside your room.
Oh, that really isn't something you needed to interrupt my recording over.
No, but just listen. My reflection isn't there. It's just not there. I can't see myself.
What, like a vampire?
What?
Oh, right, you can't hear. Presley said, never mind. Sorry, I'll be right back. If I find nothing wrong. Oh my!
Adain?
Were you screaming because of your reflection, or is there really something wrong?
Shut up!
Ad, what happened? Don't tell me it's something to do with.
I don't know. I saw something. Can we stop recording for a second?
Of course. You know what? We might as well get it on here.
I know the job, right. Long story short, I saw something behind me in that stupid mirror. If I recall correctly, it matched the description of Pearl Adams.
What do you mean behind you?
She just stood there. She didn't look menacing or anything. Perhaps even a bit frightened, urgent.
Is Eira okay? Are you?
Yeah, I told her she was dreaming. Not a great excuse, I know.
This paranormal stuff is getting a bit much.
What do we do? I mean, it's not as if anything bad has happened.
No, that can't be happening again.
Sorry, I accidentally knocked them off my table.
Fantastic timing, Addie.
I know, sorry.
Also, did your parents not hear you screaming bloody murder?
They're out of town. P.S. I'm not sure bloody murder is the best metaphor right now.
Right.
On a serious note, I'm getting concerned about these strange things happening on my end. As if those voices you keep hearing aren't bad enough. Now it's getting to my family, my house, and my physical health.
Wait, what? Addie, that's serious.
Paper cuts.
What?
The amount of paper cuts I got from the paper incident that last episode. Don't worry, my limbs aren't rotting away or anything.
Miss Ad, don't scare me like that. I was literally about to ban you from ever recording an episode again.
No! Anyway, want to finally listen to that interrogation?
Oh yeah, sure.
Alright, I'll play it.
Thanks for your time today, Miss Hale.
Oh, certainly, Detective. I hope I'll be of help.
I'm sure you will. You stated to have heard an argument between Pearl Adams and Edith Stone while you were out walking your dog. Would you be able to describe to me what exactly you heard? Please provide as much detail as you can.
Well, there was a lot of shouting. Not particularly loud shouting, but it was angry. I think there was mention of something happening again, and obviously the things that I mentioned in my statement.
Have you ever heard an argument before between Pearl and Edith?
No, never.
I see. Are you very close with either Pearl or Edith?
Hardly. We chat occasionally at events like neighborhood functions, but aside from that, I wouldn't say we're close companions.
All right. And have you heard from anyone, say, other neighbors or acquaintances, of any other disagreements or disputes between the pair?
Not that I can recall, no. I'm sorry.
No problem at all, Miss Hale. Well, did you happen to notice anything unusual about either of the ladies succeeding the argument you witnessed?
No. I haven't seen either of them since that day. I was quite ill for a bit of time, stomach troubles, chills, headaches. Well, it wasn't pleasant at all, but anywho.
I hope to hear you're doing better now.
I am, thank you.
Excellent. Well, I believe we can conclude this conversation. Thanks once again for your time.
Of course.
No way.
That's way too much of a coincidence.
Yet somehow it still is one.
What do you mean?
I just mean, Gina and Pearl were barely acquainted, and at least from what Gina said, that probably means they didn't have any mutual friends, since they would have met more than just once or twice if that were the case.
So there's no one that would have wanted to hurt Pearl who also would have wanted to hurt Gina.
Exactly.
But Gina didn't die, right?
I don't think so. Not till she was older, anyway.
We definitely need to look into that more, maybe cross-reference some illnesses with those similar symptoms, see if it hints at anything.
Yeah, sure, after recording.
Yep.
Let me see something.
I don't know what to do with myself, Edie. It was so sudden.
Believe me, you are not alone in feeling that. It's going to be tough from now on, but you're strong, I know that.
Why, Pearl? Why now? Why?
Let it all out.
She was my everything. It pains me even to say the word was, and she's gone.
Pearl will always be in our hearts. But Bobby, we must move on. Eventually.
I don't want to move on. How can you sit there and say a thing like that?
Okay, I apologize.
It was a stomach ache. One measly stomach ache. It's not a common ailment, not in the slightest, but of course it took my Pearl.
I know. Oh, Pearl.
Nothing else to review about Edith?
Not that I'm finding, nope.
Me neither. So, record the outro?
Yep, you want to go ahead?
Sure. So, that's it for this episode. We've certainly found out more information, and we're kind of really confused.
But we are certainly determined to figure out what really happened to Pearl Adams in 1940.
Thanks for listening in, everyone.
Check out our episode next week, which will shed some light on some information about Darren that we previously didn't know, or at least we hope it will.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Ready to do some medical research?
Yeah.
Let's do this.